Well, welcome to the Botanical Medicine Study course with me, Stephanie Georgiev, your host and instructor for the online class in all things botanical medicine. If you would like to be the first on your block to know how most of what is available in terms of practice, science, and application of botanical medicine, click below and you will be directed to a form which will give you everything you need to know on how to download the introductory video and handouts for the first lesson. A very special thanks to new subscribers and all of you who comment, like, and share these videos. It really does help to spread the word. Now, for this week's Herb of the Week, we're going to explore an herb that is one of the world's oldest plants, Equisetum arvens, or horsetail. There are numerous different species of plants in the family of Equisetae, which many ancient cultures have used for thousands of years for various purposes. Equisetum arvenza, or field horsetail, or just horsetail, is an herbaceous perennial plant in the Equisetae subclass, and it's native throughout the Arctic and temperate regions of the Northern Hemisphere. It has separate, sterile, non-productive, and fertile spore-bearing stems growing from a perennial underground rhizomatous stem system. And you can see that in front of you in this lovely heirloom botanical drawing. Now, the fertile stems, which do the spores, are produced early in the spring and are non-photosynthetic, which means it doesn't have any photosynthesis going in it. While the green sterile stems start to grow after the fertile stems have wilted, and they can persist through the summer until the first autumn frosts. It does not flower, and that is how we know it is very ancient. For those of you who are longtime viewers of the channel, you remember last spring, we were looking at flowers and how flowering plants were a little bit new in the evolutionary chain, and non-flowering plants that are still around are very ancient indeed. We also have fossil evidence of its presence on the earth very, very long time ago. Now, the plant is widespread in the Northern Hemisphere, and it grows as far north as 83 degrees north in North America and 71 degrees north in Norway, Sweden, and Finland, and Russia. We also know that it grows as far south as areas in Texas, India, and Iran. It's less widespread in the Southern Hemisphere, but it does occur in certain places in South America, Africa, Indonesia, Australia, and New Zealand. And wherever it does grow, it usually grows near water, say near a pond, a river, or a stream. Now, the plant contains several substances that can be used medicinally, and it's very, very rich in silicon. It's 10%. And I know a lot of us think of silicon when it comes to baking implements, but silica is probably one of the most ubiquitous chemical substances on Earth. It makes up sand, actually. And there's 10% of the plant is silicon. It has potassium, calcium, magnesium, phosphorus. It has dietary fiber, which comes from the silicon, vitamins A, E, and C. And horsetail is a useful remedy as an astringent for the genitourinary system and can help if you have blood in the urine. Now, if you have blood in your urine, you really need to get that checked out immediately. And when you're healing from whatever issue is bothering you, this is a wonderful herb to use with that. But just make sure that you don't have something really bad happening in your kidneys or your bladder. Now, obviously, if you need to go see your physician. Horsetail also helps in remedies for benign prostatic hypertrophy. Now, externally, it's great for healing wounds. There's the vulnerary property. And some herbalists think equisetum is good for nourishing hair and nails, mainly because of the high levels of silicon. Equisetum treats weak and brittle bones. So if you are suffering from osteoporosis, this is a good thing to take. And it also can help in the healing from tuberculosis, lung tuberculosis, and kidney problems. And some herbalists report that horsetail can help relieve fluid retention edema. So again, it has astringent, diuretic, vulnerary, and anti-inflammatory properties. Now, if you look at the research and chemical analysis of equisetum, you get pages, and I mean pages of substances. The chemical substances that are most interesting to us as herbalists are tannins, and it helps with the astringent properties, alkaloids, saponins, flavonoids, glycosides, and caffeic acid. What's also interesting is that there are no reported side effects other than all of the research I find that says, no, we haven't seen any side effects, but make sure you consult your physician. So you are duly warned. But as far as we can tell, it's very safe for anybody to take. Now, it's very easy to get supplements with horsetail. You can get the bulk herb. You can get the powdered dried herb. You can get that in capsule form. You can also get extracts. You can get either alcohol extracts or vinegar or glycerin extracts, and you can take it in a tea. And I would recommend boiling the tea just because it does have so many solid substances in it. Boiling will probably help get those out of the bulk herb. And again, there's no reported side effects. It's very easy to grow horsetail. You can grow it in containers in the ground, and you can also have it growing in ponds. And in Southern California, at the Los Angeles Arboretum, for those of you familiar with the publication, it's called Sunset Magazine. And they have beautiful demonstration gardens at the Los Angeles Arboretum. And it's very widely used in Southern California in gardens, in containers, and also in ponds. I think it's quite beautiful, and obviously because it's survived since prehistoric times, it's a hardy plant. And horsetail is also part of biodynamic preps and sprays that are applied to make plants healthy. And because it's so rich in silica, it helps make plants hardy and strong. It's also helpful to prevent mildew. And in the by biodynamic preps, it's a formulated tea. And there's a really wonderful book, and I've put it in the program notes, that covers all the biodynamic preps as well as links to various biodynamic garden associations. So I hope you have come or will come to appreciate what a valuable gift horsetail equisetum is. And equa means horse, so that's why it's called equisetum. This plant is not only wonderful for our bodies, but also for nature in general. It's a beautiful addition to your indoor or outdoor garden and belongs in your herbal medicine cabinet. So this is Stephanie Georgia saying thanks so much for spending your valuable time with me. Link below if you would like more information on the online course, how to get your free introductory video that you can download. And until next time, be well.